Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah. My name is Muhammad Rafiqul Islam. My metric known is 1823295. Now I will describe my article review in brief. My first article was Computer Crime and the Law and Islamic Point of View. The article explores the intersection of Islamic law and computer crime, as well as the article highlighting the need for laws to address the increasing prevalence of computer crime, while also protecting individual rights and adhering to the principles of Islamic laws. So, here are few things I found from the article, which are the concept of computer crime in Islamic law, which means Islamic law considers computer crimes as illegal and punishable, such as hacking, fraud, and spreading false information. For example, computer crime in Islamic law could be hacking into someone else's computer to settle personal information, or using computer technology to spread false information that causes harm to others. This action would go against the principles of justice and fairness in Islam. The second point I found: types of computer crimes in Islamic law. Islamic law recognizes several types of computer crimes such as hacking, cyber fraud, cyber defamation, and electronic espionage. These crimes violate privacy and cause harm to individuals and organizations. Thirdly, I found the legal framework for addressing computer crimes in Islamic countries. The article focused on the legal framework for addressing computer crimes in Islamic countries, which includes laws and regulations to punish and prevent such crimes, as well as measures to protect the right and individuals and organizations affected by these crimes. Here I found the role of Islamic jurisprudence in addressing computer crimes, which means the article discussed the role of Islamic jurisprudence in addressing computer crimes, emphasizing the importance of Islamic legal practicals in addressing such crimes within the Muslim community. And finally, I found the case studies of computer crimes cases in Islamic countries, which means the article discussed the real life of example of computer crimes that have occurred in Islamic countries and how they were addressed under the Islamic law. So, based on the article Computer Crime and Law from an Islamic Point of View, I can recommend it that the Muslim Ummah should protect unity and cooperation among all Muslims. Secondly, encourage the education and learning of Islam, especially for the younger generation. Thirdly, work towards improving the economic and social condition of the community. Fourthly, strive for space and justice in all aspects of life. And finally, I can recommend be mindful of the actions and words, always presenting a positive image of Islam to the world. Here is my second article that I had chosen, which is information security in ICT from an Islamic perspective. Actually, this article explores the topic of information security in ICT from an Islamic perspective, examining the ethical consideration and incorporating Islamic principles in the field. The review highlights the need for practical measures and education to ensure compliance with Islamic principles in information security. Here I found some good points, which are: social media raises ethical concerns related to the collection and utilization of personal information, the dissemination of false information, the effect on mental well-being, and the invasion of privacy. Secondly, I found social media platforms like Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, Tinder, TikTok collect vast amounts of personal information from users. Thirdly, I found concerns about the security of personal information and potential for misuse. And finally, I found social media is a breeding ground for fake news and conspiracy theories, leading to confusion, fear, and mistrust. So, from this article, I can recommend to the social media platform should ensure they are not harmful to the users and be transparent about the collection and use of personal information. Finally, I can recommend users need to be aware of the potential ethical issues surrounding social media and take steps to protect their personal information and mental well-being. And finally, I had chosen ethical issues concerning online social networks. So this article explores the ethical concerns in social networks, including personal information collection or uses, misinformation spread, mental health impact, and privacy issues. It discussed the responsibility of social media platform and the need for users to protect their personal information and well-being. From this article, uh, also I found some good points, which are personal information collection and use is a significant ethical issue in social media, with concerns about security and informed consent. Secondly, I found misinformation is spread on social media platforms is a significant ethical issue and can lead to confusion, fear, and mistrust. Thirdly, excessive use of social media can have negative impact on mental health, including feelings of loneliness, depression, and anxiety, and can also be a breeding ground for cyberbullying. Here, I found the impact on privacy is another ethical issue um, in social media, with concerns about loss of privacy and potential for um, surveillance. And finally, I found social media platforms have a responsibility to ensure their platforms are not harmful to the users and to be transparent about the collection and use of personal information. And finally, overall, I can recommend to the users it is possible to protect ourselves and society from moral degradation by properly following the instruction given by Almighty Allah and His Messenger. So I would suggest to observe the laws of Islam properly. That's all for me. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi.